Hello everyone, welcome to Just Academy. In this tutorial we're going to talk about LookFile baking. So basically we have this scene, so we have talked about the material system in Katana. So the next part of the material system is LookFile baking. So basically the LookFile is something that can export bake some of the settings or shaders, everything into a single file called KLF, and you can export that and you can pass this to other departments. So like in this case we want to export all our shading informations into a look file, and then we will change this, we will pass this to lighting or other departments so that they can import all the shading information effortlessly. So yeah, so basically in order to export your look file, you need to create a look file bake node. So basically if you look into the look file bake node, so we have something called original and default. So these are the options available for the look file, so we will talk about that in a minute. Basically in the original, so you need to you need to connect your default state of your asset, so original state. So basically our look div starts from this node. So this is just the asset importing, and then we are using we are creating the subdivision nodes here, and we have our network material create, material stack, child materials, and material assignment. Finally we have material override. So these are the nodes that contains our shading informations. So what we have to do is we need to connect this. So in order to connect this, I'm going to create a dot here, and then I'm going to create one more dot after this. So now I'm going to connect this original into this, and this to the default. So let's add another dot here and organize this like this. And yeah, okay, so let's move this like this. Yeah, okay, cool. So now as you can see here, so these are our shading informations. So basically what we have to do is, in the look file bake node, we need to assign the root location first. So in order to basically the root location is where do you want to assign your look files. So this is very important. So in this case our look file has to be assigned to this location, so that I'm going to drag and drop this scene graph location to our root location in look file bake, and then we need to mention our look file here, the .klf file. So in this case I already have one, so I'm just going to create a new one. So let's create a camera02.klf. So now we have to right look and accept. So we have other options here that we don't have to worry about now. I'll explain them in a later tutorial with the advanced examples. So at this moment, so yeah, we have exported our look file. So now if we see in our folder, we have the camera02.klf. So yeah, so we have exported our look file. So now let's check whether if it's working or not. So in order to import and assign our look file, what we have to do is we need to create a node called look file assign. So I have connected the default, the original state of our geometry. So so this is where our look start, the assets start. So I'm just going to connect it here, create another dot, and organize it this way. So yeah, so now what we have to do is we need to import our KLF, camera02.klf, and we need to assign our root location that we have added in our look file bake. So basically we need to assign our look file in this location. Yeah, cool. So now we have assigned our look file, but let's check this. Let's connect it here. So as you can see here, now we don't have any shader nodes connected to our flow. So I can even delete all the shading related nodes. As you can see here, I have deleted everything, but before I delete it, I'm just going to save the scene and I will delete this. Cool. So as you can see here, I've deleted everything, and now I'm going to just launch an IPR and let's see if it's working fine. Okay, so it's not working. Actually, this is pretty much expected. So I'm just going to select the scene graph location and go to the attributes. As you can see here, so at this moment we have the look file is already assigned. We have the asset and the .klf is assigned here. But the problem is we need to resolve it. So in order to resolve it, so you need to add a LookFile resolve node. So this is very important. So you can add one LookFile resolve for all your LookFile assign. So it works fine. So now if I resolve the scene from here after the LookFile resolve, you can see the resolved asset, now the camera2.klf. So now if I launch the IPR now, cool. So as you can see here, we don't have any shading nodes that I've created here, but all our shader assignments and all of the stuff, even the subdivision and everything is just working fine. It's just baked everything as an attribute and into a KLF file once you assign, so it will change the corresponding attributes and it will work accordingly. So this is really cool. So I'm just going to stop the IPR and I'm going to just undo this to get my shading nodes back, and then I'm going to add my look file resolve again. Okay, so let's check. Yeah, everything is there now. So let's check one more time if it's working fine. Cool. So our look file is working fine. So now we have to talk about the network material edit. So basically we have our look file, so we have resolved it, so all the shaders are now working fine. So let's say if I want to change something in the shading, so basically you can use network material edit. So in order to edit that, we need to create a NME, so network material edit, and I have to connect it here. So now you need to connect your material. So basically if you have imported your shader, imported your shader in a different way, so the shader will be available here, but since we are importing the look file, so our shader won't be available here. So if you want, you need to use a look file material in, so that you can import your materials from a look file. So we don't want to complicate that at this moment. We can talk about those advanced stuff later. So but still we can access our material and edit. Even we can go to the shading network and edit the materials from the core. So in order to do that, you need to assign the geometry. So basically you need to, so you cannot assign other geometries like this. So this geometry still have the materials. So but if I assign this and click this button, so you can see it's still not able to enable. So we have some warning that explain the same. So if I dive into this, there's nothing here, but all you need to do is you need to assign the same location that you have assigned your material. So in order to do that, you need to connect this geometry. So now if you repopulate the network material, now you can see all our network material parameters are available now. You can change and make it work here, or if you want, you can dive into this and voila. So all your network material or all your shading nodes are now available to access. So basically you can change anything that you want here, and so basically I would like to change something here. So yeah, I'm just going to maybe I can change the output max here. So 0.5 on the blue channel, And the cool thing is, as you can see here, once I change something here, so I haven't added here. Okay, so once I added, as you can see here, now as I changed here in the blue channel, now our textures are changed to yellow here, so maybe we can change here as well. So yeah, so it's just working fine. So now you can see here, after I edit something on the existing node, so now the node is active and not grayed out anymore, and you can see some color tag here, so that you can see here E stands for edit. So once you change the existing nodes, so it show you with this yellow tag on it. And if you add a new node, maybe I would like to add a remap, PXR remap. I would like to change this to 1 back, so still there. If I set this to default, it will be gone. And as you can see here, when I create a new node, it just appear with a green tag. So I'm just going to connect this with with the roughness. So let's connect it in the input color and connect it to the roughness, and let's change this the output range, output minimum, so that you can see we are changing the roughness value. So this is really cool. So basically you can see, so if you have inherited something, so it will be color coded with red, and yeah, so if you unchanged anything, so it will be as you can see here, it's up here with a gray. So yeah, this is pretty self-explanatory. We have so much tutorial available on the internet to understand this. So yeah, so that's it for this tutorial. Yeah, thanks for watching.